Commanders fans, so Carson Wentz fractured his finger. I mean, we saw that clearly where he was wiggling his finger against the Bears on Thursday night. So his status is up in the air. This is per Ben Sandy. This is per Mike Garafolo. I'm about to leave right now, actually, so I couldn't be in the man cave to make this video. But it's important news, guys. I mean, of course, we know Carson plays 70% of the snaps. The draft pick that we traded will be a second-round pick instead of a third-round pick. Also, Carson's just not playing good football right now. He's not seeing the field. He's missing receivers. He's overthrowing guys. And he does get shell-shocked behind his offense. The offensive line is awful. And he's just been a roller coaster ride so far. Good game against the Jags. Good game against the Titans. Good second half against the Lions. But awful game against the Eagles. Awful game against the Cowboys. Awful first half against the Lions. 2 picks against the Jags. So I like Carson. I don't think he's trash. I just think he can't move like he used to back in 2017. He's just not, even in 2019, he's just not that same guy. Scott Turner trying to run a read option with him, and he turns his ankle and can barely move. Not looking Terry's way, to be honest. He's missing Terry when Terry's wide open. So it's time to make a move, man. We haven't had a starting quarterback play a full season since Kirk Cousins. Let that sink in. It's pretty darn bad. So Taylor Heinicke, he's up next. I know a lot of people want to see Sam Howell. I wouldn't mind seeing Sam Howell either. Seeing what the rookie can do, because he looked good in preseason, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, behind this offensive line, he's going to get shell-shocked, and, he's going to get rattled, be like Patrick Ramsey again. But, no, I think Sam Howell can run, man. Look what he did with Carolina. Their offensive line was not good last year for him, and he just had to make the best of it and make something happen and run around. So he's got the arm strength. But Taylor Heinicke, one thing I do like Heinicke, man. I know his arm length is very limited. We're going to see a lot of underthrows, unfortunately, and not a lot of deep passes anymore, but the young man can run and move, and he can move, man. He's very mobile. That's one thing I like about Taylor Heinicke. He plays hard, man. He plays with a lot of grit. He did play well against Green Bay last year, except for when he slid before the touchdown. That was a blooper. That was a Shaq in the full moment. But I think he's going to run this offense a little bit better. I think he's going to look a little bit smoother because he knows the offense like the back of his hands. He's going to be able to audible and switch plays up, unlike Carson Wentz. I don't know if he just wasn't able to do that, but I just think he's going to look better behind his offense with Scott. Even though Scott Turner is awful, I just think the offense is going to look a little bit better. I think it's going to look a little bit smoother. I'll say that, to be honest with you. But Heinicke, man, he does not have the arm strength, and we know the limitations he has, but he does play hard, and he plays with grit, the legend of Taylor Heinicke. So we'll see, man. I don't see Carson Wentz playing on Sunday against Green Bay. I just don't see it happening, to be honest. So you guys let me know what you guys think, man. So it's either Heinicke or Sam Howell. I know Ron's going to go with Heinicke. We know Ron's just an old school guy, and he still thinks we have a chance to make the playoffs. So, all right, you guys. Hell to Commanders. Peace.
Last thing I'll say, too, I got the kids with me, but, Grant Paulson said, per 106.7 The Fan, that Carson could be out 6 weeks. So he would miss that reunion game with the Eagles or another, revenge game or whatever, what the narrative is and what the media, what they call it, the Monday Night Football game. He would miss the Colts game going to Indianapolis. He would miss that. So that's a big game, too, especially against, Jim Irsay, all the stuff that he said about Carson. I don't care about media and narratives and stuff like that. But, yeah, Heinicke is the backup. It's not going to be Howell. Once again, like I said, I think the offense just looked better I know it's preseason, but we need a quarterback with some mobility back there. And I think Heinicke, honestly, he does give you a better chance to win right now the way Wentz has played behind that offensive line. I know the arm strength isn't there with Taylor, but I think he just makes better decisions from what I saw last year with this offense. And just getting the ball out quick. And that's what they need. And they need to run the football, man. They need to find an identity. That's how they won games last year, is by running the football. Gibson needs more carries, man. He looked good yesterday or on Thursday. He looked the better. Between the two running backs, him and Robinson, he looked like the better back. But I do want to see a 1-2 punch duo with those guys, because Robinson had some good carries too, but Antonio Gibson was way more explosive for sure in that game against the Bears. So they need to put some more respect on Antonio Gibson's name. Again, give him some more carries for sure. But I think Taylor just was mobility. And if Ron wants to run that run option with Heinicke like he did with Carson, that would look abysmal against the Bears, that's what he should do. So how maybe he does get his opportunity with the last 5 games left if we're mathematically eliminated or just out of it, or Heinicke gets hurt. You never know. Knock on wood. So I think Howell will get an opportunity this year. So just wait on that. All right, you guys. Health Commanders. Peace.